Good afternoon.
This Caddo Parish work session agenda is called to order. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Dominic.
Present.
Lyndon Johnson. Jackson. Lynn. Bowman.
Present.
Hawthorne. Gage Watts.
Present.
Middleton.
Here.
Atkins.
Here.
Chavez.
Here, sir.
Smith. Lewis Johnson.
Here.
We have a quorum, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. We'll have our invocation by Commissioner Jim Smith, and we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance by Vice President Mario Chavez. Please stand.
Nice.
Chavez.
Heavenly Father, we pause asking your blessings upon our commission meeting today. Father, we just pray that everything we do would be in your honor and in your glory. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. If everybody in the chamber would face our glorious flag, render the proper hand salute, repeat after me. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Smith and Vice President Chavez. Agenda additions, I have none. Do you have any, Mr. Clerk?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay. Citizens' comments. I have one card. Citizens who wish to address the commission must fill out a comment card and forward to the president or the clerk of the commission. Comments by any citizen will be limited to 3 minutes. The one card I have is Mr. Kenneth Kraft. Please come forward.
Who is that?
Stranger.
Hi, welcome.
Thank y'all for having me. Kenneth Kraft, 157 Archer Street, 71105. I came today, I had a day off.
Excuse me, Mr. Kraft, can you speak into the mic so it can be more audible?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Verizon, come on.
Yes.
This is a taxing day for some people, and the late comedian George Carlin would drink Jack Daniels and do his taxes, and he would get intoxicated. Anyway, juvenile justice. I know it's been voted on before, but it hasn't been solved or resolved. With the change in state law, including the 17-year-olds, I'm hopeful that the appropriate committee can at least give one more time to the voters. I talked to Ted Cox. I know about what a new building would cost to double the 24 beds, a new 24-bed facility, 12.5 million. The one St. Tammany did was 36 beds, and they got it for about 15.4. Of course, operational is the key. You got to run it. You got to pay the staff and buy the supplies, and that could be, Ted said, anywhere from 2.8 to 3.5 million a year. Let's say it's 3.5 million. We keep funding that annually, and I guess it's coming from reserves. Is that correct, finance people? It has to be coming from somewhere because we're paying the bills. And it occurred to me that let's see what the parish does on May 4th with the school board, with parish-wide vote, which is what this body would do, a parish-wide vote. I think it'll pass. It's just one choice, up or down. But if we don't do something soon, we'll just continue to deplete it. If the people say no another time, that's probably too many strikes and we're doomed. But let's not be afraid to move forward and at least try. Whether we do a 2.5 mils or a 0.20% sales tax generates enough. 1 penny out of 20, you know, an Abe Lincoln penny on an Andy Jackson 20. 1 part out of 2,000 parts is what's needed to operate it if it were a sales tax. I know people might not like sales taxes, but sometimes when you deal with public safety, as Commissioner Middleton, Commissioner Johnson have done, these juveniles need our assistance. Let's at least be bold enough. I'm not saying as early as the governor's race, October 12th, that proposal would have to be the State Bond Commission by July the 9th. If you go for the November runoff, you have a couple more months, maybe spring of 20. Just think about it. And heard Judge Paul Young speak not too long ago at Broadmoor Neighborhood Association. Made a very compelling argument, as Judge Young does. And I just think we can do it this time if we really get the entire parish involved. Yeah, it's easier to do it on a slow Saturday in April or May as far as turnout. That's what the school board's doing. That's what governmental bodies have done in this town for, well, in a lot of towns. I like the idea of being on the governor's primary because I like the big participation, and you could share the cost of the election with the state of Louisiana. If we do it on our own, we bear the entire electoral cost, of course. That's the state law. So thank y'all for listening. And the city council may do what you guys do. They may allow speakers to speak at the beginning.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft. Our next coming card is Mr. Curtis Joseph. Please come forward. Welcome, Mr. Joseph.
How you doing this afternoon, Madam President?
Thank you, sir.
All right, members of the commission, Mr. Wilson, I see you over there, Randy Lucky, Ms. Frazier. My name is Curtis Joseph. I'm a lawyer here in Shreveport. I'm also fortunate and blessed this year to serve as the Shreveport Bar Association's president. Yeah. However, I make my comments today purely in my individual capacity, and they're in no way representative of any general consensus of the Bar Association. It's my understanding from having spoken with Representative Glover a few weeks ago and Commissioner Jackson recently that you guys are considering putting your support behind the institution of a law school here in Shreveport. And I got to tell you, when I spoke with Representative Glover, I was floored. As an individual who was born and raised here and went off to school in Virginia and came back, I got to tell you, I like to put my full-throated support behind this initiative, and I'm proud to see that you guys are even considering it. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Attorney Joseph. I have no other cards, Mr. Clerk.
We have no visitors. We'll move to administrative report.
Dr. Wilson.
Good afternoon, Madam President, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
The only thing I have today is the March income statement has been placed at your stations or in your desk in your box. So this one will go on record, so we provide you that financial statement for March. If you have any questions, please ask us. We'll be there to entertain for you. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. See no commissions on board.
Next, we move to commission remarks. I have one notice of intent. Notice of intent is hereby given the Caddo Parish Commission of Caddo Parish, Louisiana plans to consider ordinances to adopt levy the parish's ad valorem tax millages for properties within the parish of Caddo at the meeting on Thursday, May 23rd, 2019 at 3:30 p.m. at the Government Plaza Building, 505 Travis Street, Shreveport, Louisiana. At this meeting, the parish will consider adoption of its general purpose millages, special purpose millages, and debt service millages. The parish will also consider adoption of the values fixed or to be fixed by the Louisiana Tax Commission on all assessments for railways and other public service corporations, and consider setting the assessments of property classified as timberlands.
Thank you. See no one else on the board.
Next, we move to President's report.
Well, let me just say this. I'm going to hold the entire report until Thursday. The Juvenile Justice Committee meeting met today, and we will reconvene on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. for the continuation of the discussion about the programs for the juvenile services. That'll be all. Thank you, sir.
There's no old business. We move to new business. Zoning case P919 in regards to ordinance number 5868 of 2019, amending zoning property located at 3,800 block of Old Morningsport Road, Caddo Parish, Louisiana, from RA Rural Agriculture Zoning District to R17 Single Family Residential District.
Move to Thursday.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Doug Dominic, and that was second by Commissioner, was that you?
I did.
Mike Middleton.
I think we all said the same thing.
Yeah, simultaneously.
All right. See, Commissioner Jackson, are you on board?
Yeah, I was just trying to see it. It says John Alter Franks is. So what do we have here? Is this the Franks
Is that a question
Foundation?
to whom?
Whoever put it on,
Adam's out there.
or whoever
Say
is
that
responsible
again, I
for it.
didn't
I'm
hear
trying
you.
to figure out, it says the Alta and John Franks Foundation. So it says it's in District 2. but they're,
That's LB, so I just was moving it forward since.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, do we know what it is?
Commissioner, I don't know what it is.
I think I know, because I think it's the next.
Are you familiar with this, Adam? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what is it, that's all.
It's a residential subdivision.
So is the Franks Foundation building a subdivision?
Well, he's a property owner.
Oh, okay, so they have to be the applicant to rezone.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure
Yeah.
out. Appreciate it, thank you.
No worries.
See no other discussion?
Who was the second, man?
That was seconded by Commissioner Mike Middleton.
Okay.
Please vote to move to Thursday. And that passes 11 with 1 out of the chamber. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorize introduction of ordinance number 5869/2019, amending the budget investment revenues, expenditures for the general fund and the capital outlay fund in the amount of $100,000 to provide an appropriation for a law school feasibility study.
Move to Thursday.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Stephen Jackson and second by the chair. See no discussion. Commissioner Jackson, would you like to speak on your motion?
Yes, I just want to thank, I know Curtis had to leave. He told me he had to leave earlier. And I know that there's been some discussion about it. I do want to clarify that this is not a law center at Southern University Shreveport. That's been some misconception or misunderstanding that has gone on. Southern University Shreveport is a 2-year institution, and they have a specific function for community and technical colleges. This is different. I saw somebody on Facebook say, well, why do we need to spend money for a study? I mean, we don't dictate how much the study costs, but we can't know what we don't know. And so this is basically saying the state law says we have to have a study done by the Board of Regents to move forward with this. We'll be going out to the Bar Association, and I've already talked to Curtis about that. There's a presentation in front of that group next month to get the Bar Association involved. There's a presentation before, well, we had a conference call with the ABA, myself, Dr. Wilson, Commission President Gage Watts, and it was very fruitful. We think that this can move forward in a very positive direction. We do know that there are some other areas in the state that'll be trying to say, well, why not us? But when we come to the table, we're going to come to the table as a community and say, we're looking at this from a community perspective. And so I appreciate Representative Glover for taking the lead at the state. I'll be down in Baton Rouge this week. I'm sure there'll be some additional conversations that'll be going on. But this is our opportunity to do something that really can be a game changer for this region, not just Shreveport, not just Bossier, not just Caddo, but north, south, east, and west of here. This can have a draw. And the Chancellor even pointed out that we could have a specific scope that we look at. So there are many benefits to this. What I would encourage our community to do is not sit around and we have a habit of sitting around trying to talk ourselves out of a good idea at sometimes. And I don't think we have to do that in this case. Let's put the funds aside. If the Board of Regents say we don't want to do it, then no funds will be expended. And we'll approach this as a community perspective. And I think we will see the benefits throughout our entire region for this. So I appreciate everybody who has been a player in this. I appreciate the small role I've had to play in it. And apologize for my voice being so raspy. I'm kind of getting over sinuses. So, but we look forward to having a very fruitful conversation going forward. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Mike Middleton.
Thank you. I applaud this opportunity here. I'd like to see it maybe reach out to the adjoining parishes too. Maybe everybody else jump in, because as Commissioner Jackson just said, it's regional, and I think we need to try to bring some others in at this point and even show more solidarity in trying to get this school up here to wherever it may be. That includes Bossier, DeSoto, and Webster, everybody in the MSA, essentially. So again, I applaud him for bringing this up, and Representative Glover for putting it in at the legislature. So thank you, and that's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, and the means to do that is for the administrator to reach out to these other folks.
Commissioner Lynn Carthorne?
Yes, I just want to reemphasize what Commissioner Jackson said at the end of his comments, that these dollars are being set aside, not expended at this particular time until we get all our ducks in a row. And I just wanted to reemphasize that also. Thanks.
Commissioner John Atkins.
Thank you, Madam President. I support Commissioner Jackson's proposal. I think it's a bold approach, and I also agree with Commissioner Cawthorn that it's nice that we're just setting these funds aside for right now while we work out all the details. But you know, this is an opportunity where the parish has an opportunity to make an investment that could lead to an asymmetric return. This could be a long-term economic contributor if we're able to secure a law school in Shreveport, Bossier, Caddo Parish. So I certainly support the initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Parliamentarian Bowman.
Thank you, Madam President. I too champion what Commissioner Atkins said, even Middleton, and especially Commissioner Jackson. And I know, President, you've been working as well with it. I'm just so excited, everyone, that this is something that I can see the impact on. This is one of the reasons that people, even Stephen and I say generation, a lot of when we went to school, and a lot of people, my classmates and people I grew up with, you know, two things that will help make us viable here in Shreveport and Caddo. And we have a medical center that we need to continue to fight for, because other people in the region and in the state would love to be in the position that Shreveport and Caddo are in. But to have a law school, what a great balance that would. Not only would that set us apart for people for us to be an educational place, because we already have universities and colleges. It makes us more viable. It helps our socio-economic status to change. And this is what we need. We are on major thoroughfares, y'all. I-20, I-49, I-220. Why not Caddo? Why not Shreveport? Why not fight for a law school, something that's positive, that's going to give us that great return in so many aspects. So I'm glad to see it seems to be a great solidarity and support from the commission, because I think we all see the benefits way beyond today of how this can impact the quality of life, the future, to retain students and children and everyone from going to other states for their education. We can be the pinnacle place right here, and this will help set us apart from other places. And I think we need to just continue to be behind it, and I support it. Thank you, Madam President, for that time.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Dominic?
Yeah, I just was going to reiterate the same thing that Commissioner Cawthorn said, but then Commissioner Atkins said it too, that because I saw the media kind of coming in here late. This is to just set it aside for right now to be used if it goes forward, and we can work out the details. So I guess as being a lawyer, I think it's a great thing. You know, we've said over and over again that we got to see Southern in Baton Rouge, LSU in Baton Rouge, Loyola in New Orleans, Tulane in New Orleans.
Correct.
I think that's it. 4 in southern part of the state, and we've, as lawyers have often talked about, why don't we have one up in North Louisiana? I mean, you actually could go, if you wanted to go to law school, the closest one you can go to the University of Little Rock in Arkansas, or you can go to Jackson, Mississippi.
Right.
Still not in state.
That's probably closer than going to LSU Baton Rouge. So, I'm voting for it. So thank you.
Wow. I guess I would just have to say that the consensus is already here, but I just wanted to add that we are in a very unique position to make an investment in our region, not just in our parish, because the scope reaches beyond Caddo. It reaches beyond Shreveport, as it's already been said. And to be able to make an investment for reinvestment one day for future generations, of course, you have my full support with this. Thank you. Please vote. And that passes 11-0. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorize introduction of ordinance number 5870 of 2019, amend the budget investment revenues and expenditures for the Economic Development Fund and the amount of $5,000 to provide an appropriation for taco wars.
Madam President, I want to move this from the agenda. It's coming out of the Economic Development Committee.
Second.
Did you say remove it?
We'll remove it.
Okay, it's been motioned to remove this item by Commissioner Lynn Carthorne and second by Vice President Chavez. Would you like to speak on your motion, Commissioner Carthorne?
No, I'm going to yield to Commissioner Chavez.
Okay. Commissioner Chavez, would you like to speak?
We just had the economic development study returned to us, and it wasn't as we were hoping for. So we'll just go ahead and pull this and hope for a later date that the numbers look better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see no further discussion. Please vote.
Sorry, Madam President, does a yes mean yes in support of the pulling?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wake up over there, John.
Just want to make sure I push the right button.
He's being grammatically correct.
Mathematically correct.
Mathematically, too. And I'm the one. I pressed it. Do it again.
It's on.
It's on.
There you go.
All right. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
and that passes 10-1. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorize introduction of ordinance number 5871 of 2019 to amend ordinance numbers 5754, 5755, 5757, 5758, 5766, 5783, 5784, 5790, 5799, 5825, 5826, 5827, 5839, 5853, 5856, 5857, and 5861.
So moved.
Second. Move fast.
Been moved by the chair and second by Parliamentary Bowman. Commissioner Stephen Jackson.
Yeah, were these the, Adam, were these the ones?
Committee?
Yes, to come out of committee.
These are the one we worked on.
No,
Zoning.
these are ordinances that were approved previously, and we found a technical glitch in that it said uniform instead of, our old code said uniform. The new UDC says unified.
That's right.
The word to change.
Okay.
The word.
To cover
That's
those.
why I wanted to make sure that these are not the ones that came out of committee.
Those are down.
No, they're coming later.
Okay. And then there's some more that are still to come, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you.
That's it, Commissioner Jackson?
That's it. Thank you, Madam President.
Commissioner Mike Middleton?
Thank you. I'd like to make a substitute motion to move forward in global and move forward item number 5871, and then the 5872, 5873, 5874, and
Stop there.
I'll stop there.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. It's been moved by Commissioner Mike Middleton to englobo item number 5870,
5871.
5871, 5872, 5873, and 5874. And that was second by Vice President Chavez.
That's right.
Okay. Please vote.
Mr. Chavez.
Okay, and that passes 11-0. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorize resolution number 25 of 2019 to amend resolutions 27 and number 77 of 2018, approving Calumet Shreveport Refining LLC and Calumet Branded Products LLC participation in the industrial tax exemption
Move to
program.
forward to Thursday.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner John Atkins and second by the chair. Okay, see no discussion? Please vote. And that passes 9-2. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Authorize resolution number 26, 2019, urging members of the Northwest Louisiana Legislative Delegation and the Louisiana Legislature to support House Concurrent Resolution 24 relative to the requesting Louisiana Board of Regents to study establishing a Southern University Law Center campus in Shreveport.
So moved, Dr. Jackson.
Second.
Okay, it's moved by Parliamentarian Bowman, second by Commissioner Jackson. Would you like to speak, Parliamentarian Bowman?
No, ma'am. I'll yield to Commissioner Jackson.
Commissioner Jackson?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, I see no other discussion. Please vote. And that passes 11-0.
Next, we move to authorize resolution number 27, 2019.
Move to postpone.
Second.
Okay, there has been a motion to move to postpone by Commissioner Stephen Jackson. That was second by Commissioner Lynn Carthorne.
Correct.
Okay, would you like to speak on that motion, Commissioner Jackson?
I've been having some conversations with some committee members and commissioners, and I'm not in a rush, not really feeling one way or the other about it, but just wanted to postpone for right now.
Okay. Commissioner Dominic?
I had a quick question. If this was to set up that little subcommittee, would we have to do it by a bylaws amendment, or could we just do it by a resolution to set up one?
It depends on whether or not you want it to be a standing committee. We went with the bylaws because the request was for a standing committee.
Standing committee would be for here on out.
Exactly. So if you're going to do it as a standing committee, it needs to be done via your bylaws. If you're going to have an advisory committee that has a specific mission and will have an end date once they make a recommendation, then you can do that via resolution.
That's why we postpone.
Okay, thank you.
That's why we postpone.
Okay, I would just think the resolution would sound better, but.
Okay, please vote.
To postpone.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, that passes 11-0.
Authorize resolution number 28, 2019, a resolution proclaiming and supporting April 14th through 20th.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Mike Middleton and second by Parliamentarian Bowman. Commissioner Middleton, would you like to speak?
Yes, that's self-standing on its own. I'm gonna do some more since LB's not here to do all this today. I'd like to, in Globo, move forward, number 28.
Check you out.
You already spoke, I'm
29,
sorry.
Number 30. Oh,
You already spoke first, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
just a second.
But you have another one on the board. 1 second.
I'll fix it.
Commissioner Doug Dominic.
So I would like to, in Globo.
It's a glitch in the
move forward
matrix.
Resolution number 28, resolution number 29, resolution number 30, authorize reappointment for Erica Bryant to the Caddo Bossier Port Commission, authorize a special resolution recognizing Mr. Ballantyne, but I have spoken to Commissioner Lewis Johnson. I would like to be added on that as a sponsor, and I believe he has no objection to that. Is that correct?
Not only do I not have any objection, any other commissioner is more than welcome to be added because he has really been a friend to the parish.
I second that motion, and I will also add Commissioner Johnson to County Parish Healthy Day in Caddo Parish and National County Parish Government Month. Okay?
And can I speak real quick?
Yes, you may.
Well, I have made the motion.
Make the motion.
On the
yes.
Ballantyne, Lewis, I thank you for putting that on there. I've known the Ballantyne family for years and years and years. Daryl went to my high school, his son, and I've done some work and stuff for the Ballantyne family. They're just great, great people. So that's a big loss to our community, and they have consistently done a lot of
Absolutely.
things for our community to help the underprivileged, and it's been great. So.
Absolutely. I agree. That's it, Commissioner?
That's it.
Okay. Commissioner Mike Middleton, you back on the board?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I see no discussion. Please vote. And that passes 11-0. Did I see the beautiful Judge Shonda Stone walk in?
Yes.
Hi, Judge.
She's hiding.
Welcome. We're glad to have you with us today.
Speech.
Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Madam President.
Next, we move to communication committee reports.
Okay. Commissioner Jackson?
Yes, Madam President, I actually was on the board to see if we could suspend the rules to allow for the Honorable Judge Shonda Stone to come up. I know she wanted to come up and at least talk about the law.
If that's a motion, I second.
Yeah.
Second.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any opposition. I'm sure that passes by acclamation. Honorable Stone, please join us. Woo! I don't know why is this saying parliamentarian.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
I just wanted to address the commission just to say about 3 things. I wanted to talk to you briefly about extending the opportunity for legal education here in North Louisiana, specifically in Shreveport. Extending legal education to diverse populations is a great thing. It's not really about more lawyers. It's about more access to legal education, more access to the public having access to the courts, I should say. The second thing is law schools. Any law school in Shreveport makes the area more attractive to young people. And it also makes the area more attractive to entrepreneurs. And more professionally trained individuals helps the community. The final thing I want to say is that legal education will help grow other areas of the economy. And it will stop the brain drain that has been going on in Caddo Parish and Shreveport for too many decades. And one final thing I need to say, I'm speaking as an alumnus of Southern University Law Center and of Southern University. I am speaking as Shonda Stone, not Judge Stone. And that distinction needs to be recognized and drawn.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your time, and I'll let you get back to the business of the commission. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Don't go nowhere. Don't leave.
Where you going?
Judge.
Shonda.
Where you
We
going?
need you. We're not done.
Court's not
We have some
dismissed yet.
commissioners on here who would like to say something to you while you're here.
Walking off when
Thank you so much.
Court is adjourned.
Commissioner Lewis Johnson. You were on for something else?
Yes, something.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just get back on the board. Are there any other commissioners that's on here for for Judge Stone? Commissioner Lyndon B. Johnson.
Thank you, Madam President. Judge Stone, I didn't know you was going to be here today. So
Would that have made?
You have to come back again because we have something to present to you in honor of your father. So
Absolutely.
We sure do.
Thank you. Thank you.
So pick a date. Thursday. Coming back Thursday.
I can?
Yeah. Come back
Okay.
Thursday, and I'll have that for you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it, Commissioner Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Commissioner Dominic, are you
Hey,
on?
you get in front of us, we're not gonna let you go.
That's why I should come
It's
more
payback,
often.
okay?
Okay, great.
But I don't know if you missed it, but I was basically saying a while ago, you have Southern and as far as law school, Southern Baton Rouge, LSU in Baton Rouge, Loyola in New Orleans, Tulane in New Orleans. That we have nothing. We've consistently said a law school up north that I always said that you could go to Mississippi College in Jackson or the University of Little Rock closer than you can down there. So
That's right. That's true.
So I applaud
I can tell you from experience that, I have encountered so many people who have a Bachelor of Science, who have a Bachelor of Arts, who really want to go to law school, but who just can't make it to Baton Rouge, can't make it to New Orleans.
Sure.
And can't go to Dallas, you know, so it's needed.
And you
know,
can
it's a regional
see
thing.
the not only the economic opportunity, but usually when you have a law school, you know, they have different, what am I saying, programs for the needy. You'll have training programs where lawyers will come in teaching law students, and they'll, you know, can give advice to help the indigent, the poor. It's going to really help, you know, and we're
There
having
is a myriad of programs.
Yeah, and you're having a big thing that you're seeing right now is access to justice as far as civil goes, not criminal, but civil, even though we do have a problem with criminal, but we're having a big problem with just people being able to afford a lawyer. So you bring in all kinds of things like that if something like that would come. So
let me say this also. I am happy that this idea is gaining traction. And quite frankly, it's something that I've been working on for about 12 years.
Wow.
Long before I got to be a judge, and then more recently, about 6 years ago, and then more recent than that, about 3 years ago. It's always been something that I thought could really set Shreveport and North Louisiana apart. You know, when you look at the state, everybody from around the world thinks that Louisiana is New Orleans.
That's it.
Or Baton Rouge. And this is just something that I think helps put us more prominently on the map.
oh yeah, I like your glasses too.
Thank you. I get more compliments on these crazy glasses, but thank you. They're really to see.
Thank you, Commissioner Dominique. Commissioner Stephen Jackson.
Yes, and I know you're here as Shonda Stone, but Judge, I think it's more of a respect that we say Judge.
Thank you.
Like kind of like calling folks Coach. In some communities, it's more of a sign of respect. But you started out with a very good point, because I was having a conversation with a young lady on Facebook today saying, why do we need more lawyers in Louisiana? And I know you see this issue from your perspective, and there's always legislation filed that tries to rein in lawyers here in Louisiana, so there's always some issue of arguing about. But you started out with a very, very good point. This is not just about having more lawyers in Louisiana. This is about legal education, creating more critical thinkers, more professional degrees. When we go out, Dr. Wilson, and we're talking to companies who want to locate here in Shreveport, they want to know also how many professional degree offerings do we have. And so you hit on a very good point. I was just sitting here making just a short list. Paula Hickman, the former director of the executive director of the Community Foundation, is a lawyer, never practiced. Art Thompson,
True.
Former attorney. He has been the city clerk, city council clerk for 40-some years now.
It's true.
My dad's former law partner.
Right, practice with your dad. Wes White, who is over environmental services at the city of Shreveport, he's an attorney. I believe Roy Jambor, former planner, is an attorney.
Clay Walker.
Clay Walker,
sitting in the back, has a law degree. He doesn't necessarily go in the courtroom and practice all day.
Right.
President of Grambling State University, Rick Gallo, is an attorney. The mayor of Shreveport has a law degree.
AP.
And so you hit a very, very valid point that I think we should definitely, as we go forward, and hopefully you'll lend your leadership to this effort as we go forward, to sort of be a spokesperson for this, because sometimes when we say things, it can get political, and maybe if you can go out and talk to the law community and just our community, because this is not going to be a layup. I mean, we're here laughing and patting each other on the back today, but this is not going to be a layup. Folks are going to try to undermine the process, and getting them to see that this is not just about having more lawyers. This is also economic development for our region, because when they come to town, they want to know what professional degree offerings do you have, and if you don't have those level of professional degree offerings, that's one of the X's on the list that often gets us struck off the list. So thank you for your support, and hopefully as we go forward, we can look for you to be one of our leaders on this effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Jackson.
Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, Judge, Shonda Stone, my friend Shonda. I'm
That's
so
right.
glad that you came down today
Thank
just
you.
to speak on behalf of being a citizen in Caddo Parish and the importance that it is to have a law school in our area. We were talking about before you came how Commissioner Dominique really kind of said the same thing about it being a regional approach, and that was one of the things that I was after, because oftentimes Shreveport is looked at, Shreveport is not the place because we don't have the persons who qualify for this type of learning experience. However, if we reach beyond the walls of Shreveport and beyond Caddo Parish and look at it making a regional concept and what it could actually bring to the area as far as economic development and as far as bringing our children back home, then it's worth the investment. But it means a lot to the citizens of Caddo Parish to have our very own judge to come down, Second Circuit Court, to be here to say, I am in support of this. We had another attorney Curtis Joseph came down earlier.
Great.
And that's a part of the missing puzzle. You know, it's for the community to come together holistically and work on a project like this. We're just proud that we're able to make this investment and hope that they will see the same thing at the Board of Regents to say, yes, we want to see business happen in Caddo Parish and Shreveport. So thank you.
No, thank you all very much for your time.
Okay, hold on. You have some more on board. Commissioner Mike Middleton.
Hi, how are you,
All right.
Commissioner?
Again, thank you for your passion and many years you've been working on this.
Thank you.
I don't know when you came into the chamber here, but if you didn't know, we already approved the set aside for the $100,000.
I did not know,
Okay.
but thank you.
And also moving it to
Thursday.
to move to Thursday, and also as far as the HCR, what Stephen 29 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
HCR 29 to
That's great.
set it up. So
Thank you
we're
for
moving
letting
it
me
to
know.
Thursday.
Thank
But
you.
he's got you earlier than what we'll get to it. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Lynn Carthorne.
Yeah, good to see you,
Good to
Judge
see you.
Stone. Everything has been said. I want to simply say this. It said there's nothing greater than an idea whose time has arrived. And sitting around this horseshoe, all of the commissioners are so excited about being on board with this. So it's good to see an idea that comes to Shreveport, and you can see the gleam in people sitting around this horseshoe, and people come out advocating like yourself. And very shortly, I know your dad will be very proud to
Yeah.
see this moment in the city of Shreveport.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I believe that would be saying something like Shreveport not just needs it, we deserve the opportunity to have
I
this
like
law
that.
school.
Amen. That's good.
Parliamentarian Bowman.
I really don't have anything else to say except continue with what Carthorne said. First of all, I'm not coming to speak as commissioner, but just as Gerald Bowman. I love you. I thank you for your tireless work that you do. I know you really work hard, harder than most people can even imagine. And you are not only part of a legacy, but who better to help advocate? And we appreciate you taking our time. Even your father, Mr. Jesse Elstone, we have a law center, a building, and that would be such an asset if that could even be something even turned into that, but to show the rich history and that that's been going on not only from your father but to yourself, just shouts the need and why we should have it. And thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Stone. I don't see any other commissioners on board. Thank you so much for coming down
Thank
today.
you again for having me.
Thank you.
Any paper, though?
Okay.
Yes, appreciate it.
Do we need to make a motion to move back into regular session?
So moved.
Second.
And it was moved by the chair and second by Commissioner Doug Dominique. Do we need to vote, or is there any opposition? There's none. Moves by acclamation. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Back to communication committee reports.
Okay. Commissioner Lewis Johnson.
I'm going to speak on Thursday. I'm having a community meeting in my district, and with that meeting, I'm going to be doing a health fair. We'll be teaching CPR to as many people in my district as I can. Commissioner Mario always talks about his district being the best district, debatable. So I'm gonna work to make mine the safest district that we can. So I'll be doing it at various places, but I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about it on Thursday. And I want to say congratulations to Tiger Woods. Thank you.
The best and safest behind District 3.
Commissioner John Atkins.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to notify everyone that there would be a Finance Committee meeting on Monday, May 20th. Still a ways out. I just want you guys to get that, guys and gals, to get that in your calendar. Finance Committee meeting Monday, May 20th at 1 p.m. Thank you.
You said 9 p.m.?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Oh, 1 p.m. That's May 20th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I said 9 p.m. I meant 9 a.m. not 9 p.m.
Well, neither of those. Finance Committee meeting Monday, May 20th at 1 p.m.
Got it.
1,300 hours. 1,300.
Parliamentarian Bowman.
Yes, ma'am. I too want to add that I'll be having a community meeting as well on the 30th of this month at the Boys and Girls Club. And a reminder that we'll also be having an NGO meeting this Thursday at 2 p.m. In the chambers. Thank you. That's it, Madam President.
Commissioner Mike Middleton.
Thank you. Dr. Wilson, if you would reach out to Martha Carter at the 911 Center and Martha Bryant with the Sheriff's Office as far as the telecommunications resolution for Thursday, and also to the 911 Board of Commissioners. Just let them know that we're doing it if any of them would like to attend to receive that.
This Thursday?
On Thursday, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, that's it? Commissioner Middleton?
Yes,
That was
sir.
it? Okay, we'll also have, I announced earlier, but just in case anyone didn't hear, that on Thursday, we'll also have 1:30 p.m. Juvenile Justice Committee meeting. Thursday, we're reconvening. Okay. And Thursday, are we bringing
It's at
youth to work
1:30.
for National Government Month? Okay, you wanna speak? We don't have a next Thursday. This Thursday. Okay. On this Thursday, we already passed the resolution honoring National Government Month, and normally we bring a youth in our district to work with us on that Thursday to shadow us. So I ask each commissioner and encourage you to bring a youth to work with you on that day. And Dr. Wilson, if you can set up lunch for us also.
Okay.
To make sure that we
This coming
give
Thursday,
them, yes, an opportunity to see us at work in
This
parish
Thursday?
government.
Yes, this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Before Good Friday. It'll be a good Thursday and
Yep.
Good Friday. Okay.
That's all I have.
Motion to adjourn.
So move. There was motion by